Oh shit! It's the infamous. It's the infamous. How you been, man?
Oh man, it's been a while. You hear me fine? Everything coming through?
I can hear you perfect, Beebo. What's going on?
You're famous now. You're famous.
I told you I was gonna be.
You went to debating degenerates like me. Now you're on Tommy's show. Oh what happened?
Oh man, I just been brushing shoulders with the right people, I guess. Just been talking a lot of shit in the comment section and all that. You know, you gotta stand out.
Man, you're doing your thing.
Thank you, man.
You know, you do a great job, man. I stop in as much as I can, you know. So, but yeah,
I appreciate that, Beebo.
I'm glad to see you're all about the division now.
I thought you were being sarcastic when you said that.
You remember our debate, right? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I was talking that come together kumbaya shit.
I love when your guests get on your show, though. That they always talk about spirituality, right? They never. Yeah. Well, I know your position on Jesus and all that. We're not going to get into all that, but
I'll tell you what, people. I'll tell you what. This might bring a little joy to your heart. But I've actually been doing some research, and I had a brother send me some documentation that kind of proves your side of the argument. So now I'm back on the fence again. So I'm not sold. I'm not sold to either side yet. Yeah. So we're making some progress here. Who knows?
Yeah, but I just want to tell these people that come on here and talk about spirituality, right? Well, guess what, man? Demons are spirits too, right?
Yeah, I got a song about them.
Yeah. So you know, but I'm glad to see that you're finally coming around and saying it says in the Bible. I know the Bible quotes, but thou shalt not yoke. You cannot yoke. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, there's another verse. Yeah. Because the one, blessed is the man. What song is that? Psalms 100?
I don't know it all by
you don't remember them all, do you?
Oh no.
That one. My mother used to read that to me and my brother when we were kids all the time because we always had this thing where we'd hang out with all the hoodlums and the bad kids. And that was the verse that my mom would harp on all the time. So it kind of just stuck with me. And then it was like today I realized, you know what? We have to divide ourselves. We can't unify with these people. They're insane.
That's right. Well, you got to realize we just passed, it was the other day, it was Constitution Day, right? And it was originally called like Be an American Day was the original name of the holiday. And could you imagine us having a holiday today called like Be an American Day? You know, you got to realize the left, literally, they hate everything that is constitutional, right? They don't want freedom of speech, right? They want to censor speech, right? And then you know they prop up the communist and the socialist as some type of freedom fighters. You see, you were talking about violence and stuff. They've really set it up. They're setting up the narrative basically to have violence or massive protest. The only way you're not going to have it is if Joe Biden wins in a landslide. Any other situation, they're setting it up to have conflict. If you look at it, it's quite obvious. If Trump wins in a landslide, they're going to go to the streets for sure. Okay, if Trump barely wins, they're going to claim he cheated, right? And if Biden barely wins, then you're going to have the right protest it saying they cheated. So the only way you're going to really have non-violence or non-conflict after this election is if Joe Biden wins in a landslide, and the right just accepts it. And
but we're not going to accept it.
Well, I'd be shocked if he wins, honestly.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, there would have to be some fraud investigation because they've been literally planning out the whole fraud. They've been beta testing the fraud. They've been caught dumping ballots. They've been caught falsifying ballots. I just covered an article tonight with the absentee ballots where the Michigan Secretary of State misprinted the lines for Trump and Pence and put in the Libertarian candidate and mailed them and was getting ready to have them mailed to troops overseas. So it's not like these guys would get the ballot, see that they're faulty, and just run down to their local polling station and be able to cast the correct vote. They're now screwed out of their vote. So they've been working at it, and they've been trying to put the wheels, get the gears in place to push this fraud. But I don't think it's going to work, man. I think Trump's got it by a landslide because I'm starting to notice that the Trump haters are becoming a fringe.
Well, if Trump loses to Sleepy Joe, he better never show his face again. Because let's be honest, whatever you think of Hillary and your opinion of Hillary, she was a much more formidable foe than Joe. Okay.
Yeah, she knew where she was.
yeah, exactly. If Trump loses to Sleepy Joe, it would be like you beating up Tyson and then getting knocked out by Peter McNeely in your next fight. You get what I'm saying? Like he just better disappear and just go play golf for the rest of his life if he loses to Sleepy Joe. Okay, that's my opinion on that. I'm serious. Like if you lose to this guy after you beat Hillary,
that's a shame.
That's a shame. And that's just how it is. And I don't know, what do you think is really more important? Ruth Bader just passed today. God bless her soul. Mm-hmm. Now we got 48 days, 49 days to the election, something like that.
I haven't been counting. Yeah, it's about 40 something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was the beginning of the seize the White House. I heard it flopped. You heard about that? 50 days season.
Yeah, I heard it was a troll. I heard it was a troll to begin with. Somebody just put it out there to see how many people were going to show up. And
don't be hating on trolls, man. Don't be hating on trolls. I am the world's greatest troll. Okay.
I was going to say, aren't you a troll? Is that your profession?
I was trolling back when we were using DAWs, man. All right. But now my question is to you, and then I'll let you go after this. What do you think is more important with the passing of Ruth Bader? Do you think it is more important for us to get the Supreme Court nominee in that that Trump will propose, or do you think it's more important that Trump wins? And are they interlinked? I doubt we will get her in before the election. I seriously doubt it. The Republicans are spineless.
I think they're separate, but they could be used. Like that open slot could be a point where the Democrats could capitalize on it to try to gain momentum for the election. Because then they can start saying, well, because they've already been painting Trump as the bad guy. So now they're going to say, oh, there's an open Supreme Court spot. We can't get another racist judge in there. So we got to win. And if Trump fills that spot before the election, then he takes away their ability to do that.
Right. That would be demoralizing to them.
Right. But then again, if he does that, then they'll spin it and say, oh, he's rigging the court now. Or what they'll do is they'll try to have another long, drawn-out confirmation session like they did with Kavanaugh and try to make it last through the election, which will prevent Trump from being able to fill that spot before the election.
All right. And then if Trump loses the election, does he still get the nominee?
No. If that spot is open, whoever takes the White House on January 20th technically can appoint that Supreme Court judge.
Well, he's
so
still
if Pelosi
January. What if
January 20th?
what if the Republicans pick up seats in the House and the Senate? They could confirm his nominee still. But
yeah, I think it'll be the Senate. It'll be the Senate to confirm.
Yeah,
but yeah,
but that's unprecedented. Usually, if the president loses, I couldn't see them. It's going to be a battle no matter what. It's going to be a battle. But to me, if he loses the presidency and does not get this nominee, it is a fumble like you've never seen before.
Yeah, it's a fumble in the final second of the fourth quarter on the goal line.
Yeah. And I think the way this is going to go anyway, all the religious, I tend to be on the more religious side. I'm very religious, right? But we never really get what we desire. They talk their game. Everyone on the right, the religious right's all excited talking about Roe v. Wade being overturned. With this, and while I think that would be great, I highly doubt it. I just highly doubt it.
I don't see it as impossible, man. I'm more optimistic about it. I'd say I'm more of like a 65 to 70% seeing it happen, as long as Trump wins and he gets that appointee. I think it's possible.
Well, I think a lot of if we can do Roe v. Wade, we could the next on the block could be gay marriage. Yeah. Gay marriage was not passed through law; it was passed through the Supreme Court. Most of the people in this country did not support gay marriage. There was tons of votes across the country statewide, and most of the states voted down gay marriage. And the Supreme Court went against the will of the people and implemented gay marriage. So you can literally have gay marriage on the block if we can overturn Roe v. Wade.
Now, my thing about the gay marriage, though, I think it's too politically charged to do that. I think if the overturning is going to happen, that won't be for like another 2 or 3 years down the line, because things are so tumultuous right now, and there's so many pissed off people on both sides. The last thing you want to do is piss off the LGBT and just have another group of pissed off people running around with more shit to say, so I think it's possible that they can overturn it, but I honestly don't think they'll go that route. I think they'll let that stand. But Obamacare, the individual mandate and all that shit, that's out the window. Roe v. Wade, that's out of the window. I think we'll have a chance to challenge the gun laws too, and get us back to a Second Amendment constitutional carry for all states. There's a lot that could happen, man. Because if we return back to a constitutional carry, that means that every single person that's sitting in prison throughout this country just for having a gun, not using the gun, but like getting pulled over and having the gun stowed in their vehicle somewhere, that opens the door for them to now get out of jail, because once the Supreme Court rules that crime they were sentenced for was not really a crime, then, I'm not saying it'll spell trouble. I'm thinking that'll lead to good things, because a lot of fathers and husbands and brothers are going to be coming home. Families are going to be rebuilt and reunited. And shit's gonna be, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I know you're a Christian and all that.
Dude, I cuss too.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, good. You're my kind of Christian.
Yeah. I'm not Jesus. I'm more like Noah or Moses.
Yeah. But anything else you want to say, brother? We've been going for a little while, and I had another person back there, Slim 64.
Good for you, man. And keep going, man. You're doing well.
Yeah, thank you, Beebo. Hey, listen, if you guys want to subscribe to Beebo's channel, it's called Disavowed Podcast. I gave you a wrench, so you can drop your link in the chat to your channel if you your link in the chat to your channel if you like.
Wrench. I was the only one without one. Now I'm not special.
Well, all the non-wrenches have left except for about maybe 2 or 3. So you're one of the wrenches now, but I know you from the Facebook days, man, so I had to give you one. I appreciate you coming, man.
No problem, man. Have a good night.
You too. Peace.